before we begin this course, I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that you may actually notice I'm referring to a React course. So do not worry about that, because this is a part of a section of a course I will be releasing in the future. I am putting this section on YouTube for feedback and just to let you guys know that I am having an upcoming Udemy and Skillshare course coming up soon. So this is going to be a React course. This is just a section on like an overview of Node.js, because whenever we're like want to like learn a new framework, right? You gotta know what Node.js is, because React is part of Node.js. So without not knowing what Node.js is, it's not gonna let us. We're not gonna really understand that. So that's why I'm just gonna include this section on this YouTube video, and let's see how it runs, because I do not want anyone to be blocked from learning web development just because they don't want to buy a course, or they just don't want to, or they can't afford it whatsoever. So I want this to make it be free, because I will be releasing the majority of my course stuff all for free. Alright? Like, even it may be like a very good resource, but maybe in a course I might have like a better project. Get it? Like in a YouTube video I might have like a intermediate project, but in a YouTube video in like a course maybe I might cover a pretty high level project, maybe just a little more function. But there's going to be no content and concept difference. You're going to understand the concept and content no matter where you are. Alright, that is my commitment to you. Section about overview of Node.js. So, in this section, I will try to answer the question, what is Node.js? Now, Node.js is an open source. Yes, it's free. Cross-platform. Yay! It can run on Windows, Mac, and Linux. JavaScript runtime environment that executes JavaScript code outside a browser. Finally, I don't have to use Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer or even Google Chrome. So, outside the browser means that it can run JavaScript without a browser. Or you may like, JavaScript is front end, how can I run it? You may be like outraging questions at me. Well, Node.js is based on the Chrome engine. So it's using the JavaScript engine of the browser, but without the browser. So you're not using the DOM, alright? You're about to find out. So, let's merge our path to NPM. So basically, we have this whole entire community that's creating amazing libraries for us to make things so much easier in our lives. But these libraries are published to NPM, so how do I use them? So first of all, NPM stands for Node Package Manager. It's a package manager. Like on Linux, or actually specifically Ubuntu, you have the app package manager. So in this section, I will attempt to answer the question on how do I use these. So there's a specific video related to that, alright? Specific lecture you can go ahead and check out, and you will learn how to use these packages and install them in your directory. So what can I do with Node.js? So you can create server-side applications, you can create APIs, you can create React applications, open and edit files, and much, much, much more. Alright? So here's some examples of applications you could be creating: messaging applications, mail services, and much more with Node.js. Now, this is a React course, not a Node.js course. So we will be not creating APIs, alright? That will be part of a Node.js course most likely. Alright, so I hope that you understand what Node.js is and what is NPM. NPM is the package manager, obviously. And in the coming lectures, you will find out on many things about Node.js that will make your life so much easier. At times during this course, you may find yourself with having an issue or an error of some sort, alright? But don't worry, you have a lot of resources on the internet, and so you have the Q&A. You can contact me whatsoever. We have plenty of resources to help you find and solve your issues that you're facing. So, there's a very, very easy way to figure out an issue and how to fix it. Well, let's just say I'm getting a error, alright? So let's just say I'm getting a parsing data error, right? Let's just come up with one. Let's just say that console.log is not a function. Alright, let's just say I'm getting that error. So that console.log is not a function. Now, if I zoom in for you guys, you can clearly see Stack Overflow is one of the top questions. The top answer choices. It says that when you pass it in, you'll get like a brief overview here, alright? And then check the date, alright? This is from 2015. It might help, right? Like console.log most likely might help, but if it's more of like maybe like this, we're talking about React. Now some of them might be in here if like a type error or something, but if it's more of like something regarding if it's like from 2009, definitely is not a resource you want to check out. But if it's something like JavaScript, like plain vanilla JavaScript, you can probably check it out. And let's see, this is from 2012, see? And it's from Code Academy. Code Academy is a good resource, so is Stack Overflow. These two are your best resources. Please stop using console log. It's broken. This person's talking about it in 2018. So is this person talking about it in 2018? These two are pretty good. And then freecodecamp.org, alright? This is one of the best resources I can say that you should be using, especially in terms of response time. So if I click on it, alright? And look, this is a full forum. FreeCodeCamp has a very nice forum. Trust me, it's a very nice forum. And if I was to just click here and boom. Now you can immediately ask a question. So if you were to log in, and you could literally ask questions, or you can just search your question. So remember, we can just say console.log. And let's see what comes up with console.log. Exact chain decimal issue. Help me with this code. So it's looking for everything that's related to console.log. And I'm going to say not a function. And boom. It cannot define. It's a how to console log a function. Basically, how would you do that? Or it's not working. So basically, this is a very good error. And if you don't get an answer, like if you can't find your question, just create a question. It's very simple. This is a very nice resource. Now, another resource I have for you guys is Stack Overflow. All right. If you click here, this is the site. All right. And you can search issues. So I'm going to be like console.log is not a function. Boom. Right here. Function or script is not executed. Is executed or something like that. But if we go back and search that term, console.log is not a function on Google, look at this. This person, I'm really confused, is not a function on line 1091. So people like who are writing huge programs are facing very similar issues just like we would be. And boom. So this is actually very, very cool. Like, seriously. And like, you can actually find a lot of resources. And boom. The solution for this person apparently was he did not put a semicolon. Who knows? You probably didn't put a semicolon. This was your same exact code. And the error is easily reproducible. So if you were to click this, you can actually play around with this. Alright, so if I click on full page, alright, let it load. Maybe not. That's fine. Basically, look, there's 6 answers, so maybe not this one doesn't match. Oh well. Respect the semicolon. And then you can see that the spread operators often the use of chain methods or chain property assessors. This is another example it gave, alright? See, this apparently there was a lot of comments on this, alright? The error means the return value is not a function. You are missing a colon, semicolon, alright? So maybe you don't understand the first answer choice why it exists. The second one probably could help, alright? And you can probably even find something very similar. So this is a very nice resource. So if you ever do find yourself in a situation where you can't find the answer, or not find the answer, you're confused, you got an error somewhere, just look it up on Google. Alright, Google will give you a lot of resources, especially these big people like Stack Overflow, Free Code Camp, Code Academy. These type of forums, they will give you a lot of answers. Alright, so I'll see you guys when we move on to Node.js and all. So I was going to talk about how to install Node packages, alright? So basically, what is a package, you may ask? So a package is basically like a JavaScript mini library, for instance, that you can insert into your app and use to add functionality that will make your app more robust. So let's go ahead and install the live server package, alright? Basically, this live server package, so live.server, this package will allow you to run a live server in any directory and serve an index.html file immediately without opening in a code editor like VS Code. So we will use npm. So if you install Node.js, you will got if you run node.v, you got version 10.16.0. But when you run npm-v, you get 6.11.2. This is your package manager. npm is the package manager for Node.js. So if I was to clear this, let's go ahead and run npm, alright? Let me just push this down for you guys. So npm install. So we're using the package manager, and we're running the install command on it. Install, and the name of the package. So it'll be live server. Now, if you are on Windows, you can just run this command and it will install it. But if you're on a Mac, so just most likely you want to run sudo in front of it. All right. So it can install with administrative privileges. All right. You might want to put you definitely want to put sudo because sometimes it depends on your permission set or whatsoever. But just getting the habit of using sudo with npm, it'll make your life a lot easier. Because then you won't have to rerun command with sudo if you forget to. So let's press return. It's going to ask us for a password. Now you will not see the password on the screen. So you just have to guess if you're on a Mac. Alright. On Windows you do not need to run sudo. So it's going to start installing the package. And I'll go ahead and demonstrate how it runs. The live server is a package. And boom. So I actually installed our package. So let me just clear the terminal. Alright. Now let me go ahead and just cd into my documents, cd into my projects, and then cd into, let's just say, HTML projects, I think. No, HTML CSS projects. There we go. Let's go into cd into the quick navbar. Alright, so this is a navbar project. If I run right now, so this is just a project that I have, live server dot. Alright, so inside this current directory, alright, and I press enter. Boom, if I prepare, and boom, here's my navbar. This is the project I just served using it. And every time you save, so like if I was to get out and was to do a nano, so we'll just cd into my prepare directory, then do nano index.html, right? And I want to make a change in here immediately. Let's just say I change this hello world to hello world 2, right? And I'm going to just save this. I actually do use this. So save, yes. All right, index.html, save. Now when I run the live server, boom, hello world 2. Now what I could have done is I opened this in the code editor. Every time I press save on my code editor, it will save it. So it will have multiple of these, all right? But this is not possible at the moment because of reasons like I'm not going to open my code editor right now. But you can clearly see this is exactly how you would use a package, all right? With just a couple lines of code, you were able to install and use the package, all right? Now there are some packages that you use inside the code editor that you will do like import. You'll learn all of that. Do not worry. We discussed on installing npm packages. But where did I get the live server package from? How do I search for my packages? So these questions might arise at the moment in your brain when I started this topic. You may even have more questions on like, is there any more packages? Can I create my own packages? How do I create my own packages? So I'm going to answer the majority of those questions in this lecture. So in order to look up packages, so we're going to basically see the directory of packages, what the packages are available to us. Head over to npmjs.com. Enter. So, like the headline, build amazing things. Alright? So you can do a lot with it. Like literally. There's a lot of things you can do. So let's just look for some, I don't know, packages. Let's just look up server packages. I don't know. So you can clearly see there's a webpack server socket.io, and there's like a full directory of packages. Let's just say you're looking for a package for YouTube. And then you have a YouTube upload API, you have the hash hits, like literally, you have stream base X. There's a lot of things related to it, right? You have React YouTube player component, a React Native YouTube player. There's YouTube players. There's YouTube search for YouTube videos package, YouTube video downloader and pure JavaScript, playlist information, YouTube DL. There's like a lot of packages. You can be literally sitting here all day finding great packages for you to use. And then once you find the package of your name, let's say I want this YouTube package. I click in here. and it gives me an example of how to use it, which is incredible. Alright, so you use your source password, like it'll tell you exactly how to use it. And I think you can use this even without using React. Yeah, exactly. You can just do this with pure Node.js or vanilla JavaScript basically. And you'll be like, how do I install this? Dependencies. So these are the 4 dependencies it uses, dependents and all. Now, how would you install this package? Well, right here, npm I YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna head over to my terminal, zoom in, and let's go install this package. So let's just clear, and you will install this package. So look, literally right here, it says npm I YouTube. So npm install YouTube. So a question that you may arise is, it says I here, but I was typing install. I is basically shorthand for install. So npm I YouTube. And you just press enter, but wait, before I press enter, I'm on the Mac. So don't I put sudo, right? Isn't that true? Well, you definitely want to put sudo because who knows? And then, now here's one tip for you, all of you. This last published was 8 years ago, alright? It had 91 weekly downloads. Okay, that means people probably use it, alright? But this thing was last published 8 years ago, so it's probably maybe not up to date. So if we go back, there's a lot more things. Like if for instance, if you can't find something similar to this, then you might just want to use that. But if you can, definitely find something that's newer. Let's just see YouTube Node. Let's just see what this is. All right, so this was 9 months ago. Pretty dang, like amazing. All right, and then some of them will have a GitHub repository link, so you can check out their source code right here. So how would you use it? It's very, very cool. And voila, it will tell you npm install YouTube Node. So exactly, it's actually very, very cool. So like npm is full of stuff. All right, so I hope you really enjoy. Like, I would definitely highly suggest that you check out npm packages, see if you can include them in your app, and so much more. All right, so I'll see you guys soon. All right, so we're gonna talk about what installing globally a package is. So for this demonstration, let's just say I'm installing the same live server package. So I'll do sudo npm install live server. Now, what do you think will happen if I add the -g? Well, -g stands for global. And you may ask, well, what is a global package? Well, basically, a global package, all right, is a package that is global on your system. You can use it anywhere. You can use this package literally anywhere on your system. So you can use it in any directory that you have on your system, So this will install on your home directory. All right, so let me just cancel that out. So this will install on your home directory. You got to know that home directory of your computer. So let's just say that you have let's just say you have like 2 // no, this is a comment, by the way. I'm just doing comments, don't worry. Let's just say your user, and then it will install it right here. So this is where your package will get installed. So it will be right here. So it'll be package underscore name. Then you will that's exactly where your package will be installed, right? So this is exactly where it'll install. That's the global package. So now it's going to install a live server package globally. So I'm going to run sudo npm install. So -g live-server. Now when I press enter, it will ask me your password. Obviously we ran this as sudo. While on Windows, you do not need to type in sudo. And sudo is not going to work on Windows, alright? So I'm going to type in my password. Once again, your password not going to be shown. It's going to start installing it globally. Alright, so this time it will install in my home directory, and boom. It went ahead and installed it. Now, many times when you install a Node package, this is what you get. A whole list of errors, right? Now, if you were able to, if it literally gave you saying like updated packages, and you did not it installed it successfully, and it did not say like not able to install or something, or if it gave you something like this, then you are totally fine. But if it says like you have like all these are being errors and it couldn't do it, all right, then you want to reinstall it. So now can you check this? Well, I'm going to cd into my documents, I'm going to cd into my projects, then I'm going to cd into my HTML CSS projects, and I want to cd into my quick navbar and then my prepare. All right? Then I'm going to do not code dot. We're going to do live server dot, all right? Now, when I run this, it opens it, right? But I can go to a different directory. So let's to go out, right? And I was to, let's see what other projects I have. So I have, let's just check out the page CSS loader. So now if you recall, I did not run npm install live server on this directory. So let me just make sure I'm fine. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is run live server dot. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And you get exactly what I'm talking about, alright? So this is my project that I made on my YouTube channel, but exactly. So live server, it was never installed in this directory, but now it's available globally across all directories on your system, alright? So this is a pretty cool way to like install a package that you want to use everywhere. Like a live server package, you definitely want to install globally. Now this React course package, you will be installing globally, so you can create React apps anywhere on your system. The lecture, I want to talk about the node modules folder. Alright? So this folder is found in the directory wherever you install a npm package. Alright? So, it's not going to work anyway. But what is this basically? So I'm going to try to explain this concept. So what I'm going to go and do is see my documents, my projects, and then make another dir. So then I'm going to do a make dir. I'm just going to call it npm node test. No, let's do npm node course 1. Alright? And then npm underscore node course 1. Alright, so also cd into it. Hold it. So cd. Alright, remove the extra space, and we should be good. Or boom, we're in that directory. Now, what I want to go ahead and do is inside this directory, I want to do an sudo npm install express. Alright, this express is a like a server for your node applications that you can install. It's more, and it includes routing, creating APIs, so much more. It's very powerful, but we're just using it as a test. This is totally not, I'm not going to explain what express is, alright? Just as an example, alright? I'm going to press enter, ask for my password, and we'll let it install. And now I'm gonna make you explore our directory, and you're about to find out what you're about to find. Alright, now if I run an ls, there's nothing in their directory. What just went on? Well, let's go and talk about npm init for a second. So npm init -y. Alright, I'll talk about that soon. Alright, now we created a npm package. Now when I rerun our command express, and watch what happens now. Now when I run an ls, we have this node modules folder. Alright, so I'm gonna cd into our node modules folder and run an ls. You're about to see this whole amount of files. So what is this? Well, look at this express. So whenever these are basically mini packages are inside of your what's it called, your package that you install. So when you install this is your modules. It's called your node modules for a reason. Now what happens when I cd into express? So we have our index.js. Doesn't this look like a normal library to you? It is actually. Look at what index.js is. Boom. That's what index.js is. Module that exports require lib express. Boom. Let me just exit. But let's gonna cd out. And let's go check out body parser, shall we? See what's inside. Another index.js. Alright. So we have a couple of things. So this is basically body parser. This is the package. So if you use what's it called? If you use Express and you know what body parser is, this should look very familiar, but don't worry. This is exactly it. That's what Node npm is. When people publish their packages to npm, and when you install your package, you'll get a folder, alright? That you have multiple mini packages in one, alright? To make it very easy. Express is just because when we checked out Express, right? So let me just get out this directory and cd into Express, right? And when we checked out index.js, this is it. It's just requiring Express because that's what we built in those files. All right. So that's what basically our Node modules folder is. Initialize a Node application. So in the previous video, I actually made you guys do a command on npm init -y. So maybe some of you guys were confused, maybe not. Well, basically, in this video, we're going to talk about what is initializing a Node app. So what I'm going to go and do is just cd into my documents and my projects, and then cd into, let's see, inside my projects and last directory, we created a npm node course 1, right? That's exactly where we are. And we had this node modules folder in this package.json. So when you run npm init, right? What I'm going to go ahead and do is just cd out of this and make dir npm node course 2. And then cd into that. npm node course 2. ls. Alright. Now, what is basically inside of here? So what we're going to do, first of all, we have nothing in here. That's a cool thing. We're going to go ahead and run npm init. Now, what does it look like? So npm is our node package manager. So we're initializing our package manager. So we're not going to do -y because I want you guys to see what's happening. I'm going to press enter. So this utility will walk you through creating a package.json file. So it will cover the most common items and try to get sensible defaults. Alright? So we can run help JSON, no need to. And then you want to run afterwards to install a package and save it as a dependency. Remember dependencies? Yep. Alright, so what's our package name? Well, we just leave it like this. This will be like your application name, because let's just say you were to push this to npm directory. You will definitely need this file. I mean, any application that you want to create, production application, you always want to do npm init, even if you're not using any packages. It's just good to. Alright? Version number, it could be 1.001.0. Anytime you just want to use the default, just press enter. Description, this is a test application for the node overview section of the React course. Enter. Entry point, index.js. You're going to learn that in the React section, all right, where we look through our React application, but basically the entry point is your main file. Test command, we don't need any. Git repository, not really. Keywords, I don't know. npm course, node overview, these could work. Author, Nano education. License, MIT. And then it'll ask us if this is okay. If it is, type in yes. Boom. Now let's go do an ls in our directory. We see our package.json. Let's run. Let's just see what's inside our package.json. Alright, exactly what it showed. Name, version, description, what's the main entry point. We have our scripts file. We have our test script. Alright. This is basically like a JavaScript object. Inside of it, we have this test script, which we're not going to use. Alright. And so when we get into React and all, you'll notice that this is not a test. This is more of a start. Alright. But we're just going to leave it for test now. But what you will normally do is based on the package, you will have a start script, which I'll show you in just a second. We'll have, here's our keywords, npm, course, node, overview. These are keywords, author, license, MIT, whatsoever. And we're going to exit out. Alright. Yes. Name. That's fine. Alright. Now, what I want to go ahead and do is that we have basically now initiated our application. Let's gonna run npm install, hold it, sudo npm install express once more. And it will start installing. And now I want you guys to look. If I'm gonna ls in my directory, you'll see node modules, right? Now it's gonna go into our package.json. Look what you see down here. Dependencies express. Whoa, what amazing thing. I never knew that even existed, right? So here's our dependency. That's exactly what we installed. That's why you want to initialize your npm basically, all right? So now we can just get out, and that's it. That's how you initialize a Node application. So finally, we're going to go ahead and start using Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to teach you how to use packages inside your Node application. So we want to open a folder. All right, and I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it Node Course, Node Overview 1, and then open. All right. Now inside this directory, this is Visual Studio Code. All right. You want to go ahead and open your terminal. Would you like to update? No, not right now. All right, so we'll clear. So this is the exact same terminal that we were using, right? Except it's just inside of Visual Studio Code, right? So you want to press Control and then the back tick, all right? Back ticks, basically, yeah. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to start with an npm init. Remember that? Now, here's a shortcut. If you want the default, like take this name, quick, everything, run npm init -y. Enter. Boom, done. Now when you check out your package.json, see, it uses everything default. Version number, your main is the default. Keywords are all default. They're author, no license. It's just default ones, all right? Now let's go and install Express. npm install Express. And it'll start installing. Now, this is where the main file comes into play. Now, the main file that we have is the main file we have to create. Without this, the app's not going to load. I mean, that's what it's going to be looking for. So we're going to run index.js, right? And if we check out our package.json quickly, our dependency for Express is there, all right? In here, so how do you bring in a package, all right? So you want to do const. What do you want to name your package? This is a variable. Remember, const are variables. And I want to, so whenever I refer to this, like whenever you're doing, what do you want to refer to it? Like package, so you like whatever is the name. Like you want to do express.app or what? Well, I want to refer to as express. All right, and I'm like equal. And then we have to require. All right, so require will take in a package name in quotes. It'll take a string. So let's gonna grab express. Semicolon, done. That's how you bring in the package. Now, anytime you want to use anything that's inside a package, we do express dot. We can do any function that it has. All right. So it could be express dot app or express dot start, whatever. All right. My goal is not to teach you express in this course. All right. But that's how you would normally use a package. Just express and then start using it. Boom. So it would normally be, so in Express application, we would normally start it with like app dot. Or I don't know why it's doing that. But, so I'm just going to do that. It's fine. But that's basically what I want you guys to see. That's how you will be bringing in Express. So what we will do, so in normal Express application, we'll set app to Express. Then we'll do app dot get. And it'll be like a / function that will take a request response. Then in here, we'll do like a res.send. All right, you do not need to do this. I'm just showing this to you. So we'll do res.send, and we'll just say, hello world. All right. And then now, we want to go and check out our package.json. In here, this should be our start script. And that will run node index.js. All right, that's what should be running. So now when I run npm start, it will run that file, all right? But our server isn't started, so app.server, I think. But that's not the point. That's basically how you would use app. See, I initialize express, app variable, app function. It should literally be working. So now to actually start a server, we'll just do app.listen, listen on port 3000, and we'll just console.log server started. So server started. Alright. Now when I run npm start, server started, boom. So now we just want to go to localhost 3000. So head over to our browser, localhost 3000. That's what we're talking about in the next lecture. Localhost, and boom, hello world. So we just use the Express package here to create a simple Express app. Now this is not required for this course. I just did this as an example. I want to explain the concept of localhost. So localhost. You'll always see the URLs being like localhost 3000, like I did in the last lecture, or localhost 8080, or like localhost 8000, whatsoever. But you may be like, what is localhost? What is really localhost? Well, this is exactly what I'm going to attempt to teach you in this lecture. So localhost is the loop back, is like your local. This is your local server in your machine, right? The computer or laptop that you're using is the local server that is brought up. That's why you use localhost. It's a loop back URL to your local server. All right, that doesn't work obviously. Basically, you may be seeing this in the law lectures. I have these double forward slashes and it's giving permission denied. These act as comments, but it's actually looking at as if we want to go to a localhost directory. All right, now the next question that may arise will be, well, what is the actual IP address of my system? Sometimes you see 127.0.1. Well, this is the local IP of your system, right? Which no one from the internet can access, all right? So let's just say you have another laptop, right? So if you have a laptop that is on the same network, but it cannot, if it was to go to 127.0.0.1, it would take it to its own localhost, not ours. So how you may be like, well, how do I use it? Well, let's just say, all right, that my IP address, all right, of this laptop is, I don't know, 192.168.0. 11, Now, on another computer, right, if I was able to route to localhost 3000 on this local machine, then on the other computer, all I have to do is just go to 1.0.11 3000 because we're on port 3000, all right? That's also what port technically means. So, review time. And also, when you go to 127.0.0.1 and you want to go to port 3000, make sure you add the colon 3000. Now, you may be like, well, on browsers, I just go to google.com. I don't worry about typing in 3000 or something. Well, because the default port is 80, right? That's a browser port. So if your local host was set to port 80, then you can just go to localhost and you'll be safe enough. You won't need to do that many port colon stuff and all that.